B2G Hierarchy, how you doing? What's going on this morning? Hopefully you all are having a great freaking morning. Excited to rock and roll, excited to run. Look, man, I wanted to come together and film this video today because I wanted to explain a couple things. I want to explain the mindset. I want to explain the processing and understanding that, look, man, we want to win, and we want to win big. And the only way that happens is the team comes together collectively. And so part of the reason for these boot camps and why, I'm saying, hey, I'm going to take the time out of my schedule, my time, not that I'm more important than anybody else. It's just I've been in the business longer than, everybody in B2G because, we started it, but we're nothing without all of you, right? Everybody's, dedication and time and what you put in. But the reality is look, we want to get to the next level. We want to get to the next version because, without it, what are we doing, right? Like, we didn't get in this thing to play small. We didn't come here to, sell our house and move across the country, to be average and ordinary. And the reality is it's like gut check time. And so we came up with this, idea of like, okay, well, how do we come together? How can we collectively move the team forward? And here's the reality. I understand, and so do the MDs. We all understand that it may not be everybody, and this might not be the message that everybody thinks they want to hear in the morning. But the reality is this: we're a team, right? We're a team. And if you look at it from a standpoint of like, Marcus and Christine, you can say, okay, hey, they're the head coach, GM, however you want to look at it. And then, we've got Frank Leggett, we've got Linko and Dieect Lloyd, the MDs, and they're more of the, the offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, things like that. Special teams coach, all that stuff, right? Well, the reality is we're looking for the players that, want to become player coaches, that want to take control of the situation and say, hey, let's go out there and do something bigger and better. Because at the end of the day, the reality is this: we're only as good as our weakest link. And the one thing that we're looking at is this: all of you have jobs, and Monday mornings isn't possible for you right now until you learn how to get yourself out of a job. Now, some of you might have the ability to, log in to a Monday morning builders meeting, but the unfortunate thing about that is we don't do Zoom for builders meeting anymore. So now that means it's only in person on Monday morning. And so the reason for these boot camps and the reason for these, like tonight's orientation class is to really deep dive and give you guys an understanding of how to run your business numerically, how to build a business, through systems, how to become a certified trainer. And so last night I taught on prospecting, something I've never taught before. And you can ask Will White, you can ask Brandon Coleman, you can ask Natalie Scarborough, you can ask Tally as well, because they were the ones that were here. And, gang, the reality is this: that training last night isn't coming back because that was literally a once in a lifetime thing. You say, oh man, we missed out. Yeah, you missed out. Here's the reality. We're looking for people that want to grow this thing. We're looking for people that have the same language, the team language of, man, let's come together and let's get better. Right now, every single individual, and this is the leak in the hierarchy, and this, I take full responsibility for this, is that nobody knows outside of a couple of people, like myself, Christine, Linko, and Didi, and Will White, really understand how to run this business from a numerical standpoint of builders, and that's because they've been in builders. That's because they've been a part of builders meeting. That's because they've that's how they were grown up in this business. Now, a lot of you might say, yeah, but I can't. I got it. Trust me, I do. But the reality is this: standards have to raise. After watching the Swamp Kings, and you've heard Fred talk about it a lot, the reality is this, man. We're a team. And the only way that this team gets better is if we raise our standards. And so we're doing something special tonight. And I promise you, those that are here tonight are going to learn how to build their business numerically, are going to learn how to become a certified trainer, are gonna be the next up and coming, leaders that help lead this organization to, the next levels of and not just SMD, EMD, SVP, and on, but to help you build your teams, to help you get to your next, to help you get to, marketing director, to help you go out there and make your 50K watch, to help you go out there and hit your 100K ring, to help you go get free from a job, to help you help others do the same exact thing. The only way that happens is if we come together collectively to go make that happen. And so, yes, it's going to take some sacrifice. We're on a 90-day run. And guys, I'm telling you right now, it only happens if you make it happen. And so here's the reality. I understand that some of you are going to, bypass this message. Some of you haven't even watched it to this point. Some of you are like, well, what's in it for me? Some of you are like, oh, man, here he goes again. And I'm okay with that. Because you know what, guys? I've really done some deep diving. And here's the reality. No more playing around. No more Mr. Nice Guy. That doesn't mean I'm going to be a jerk to you. I'm still going to give you love. I'm still going to, love on you because that's who I am. But gang, if you're not showing up, I'm no longer going to give you the time of day to steal my time, whether that be in my mind, worrying about why you're not building your business, things like that. If you don't show up tonight, guys, don't ask for an appointment. Don't ask, don't put it in matchup. You run it yourself. Don't come and say, oh, what about this? Guys, there's going to be addition by attrition. And some of you are not going to like that. Some of you are not going to want to, be a part of this team because, oh, the standards are too high at this point. But the reality is this. I don't do my job. Christine doesn't do her job. Linko doesn't do his job. Dieect doesn't do her job. Frank doesn't do their job. None of the MDs do their job if we don't raise the freaking standards in this organization. And here's the beautiful thing. I love the fact that our MDs are on board with this. I love the fact that our MDs are our running mates. And here's the reality. We're looking who are going to be the next running mates in the organization to take this organization to where it needs to go. So guys, with that being said, I hope to see you here at 8:30 tonight. If you're not here at 8:30, and listen, I get it. Some of you have already messaged me about, hey, well, I have this, I have that. Great. You got something planned. I'm not going to tell you what to do or what not to do. But standards still apply. I can't do a one-off thing. It can't be one of those things where, hey, we got this, I get it. I get it. That's life. Trust me. Life sucks sometimes. But life can also be great at the same time. It's all about your perspective and how you look at it. Guys, this is a business. This has nothing to do with our friendship, our relationship. I'm the biggest R that you'll probably ever meet in your life. All I want to do is have fun. But losing is not fun. I am not a loser. You're not a loser. We are not losers. This is not a losing organization. We're a number one organization, and we're going to get back to being the number one organization with or without you. And I pray to God that it's with you. But here's the thing. We can't make everybody go through the eye, the camel, you know what I'm trying to say, the needle the eye of the needle, right? The camels, if you look at it, what do they got to do? They got to bend down. They got to take all the things off. And I'm not talking about the needle that you sew with. I'm talking about the needle, the eye of the needle is what they used to call the at the wall, right? At the wall in Jerusalem, the opening, you would have to, literally the camels would have to get down, hunker down, and literally crawl through. They'd have to take all the bags and everything off, and they would have to push that stuff through afterwards. And look, there's only really one way to success, and that's through hard work, sacrifice, practicing, drilling, rehearsing, so that way you can go out there and build your business. So I hope you've watched this video to this point. I get it. You're probably like, dang, he's being harsh. No, I'm just being real. I love you guys tremendously, and I want to see each and every one of you succeed. But gang, if we keep running this organization the way that we're running it, it's not. We're all going to fail, and I do not want to see that happen. We are better than this. And so I hope that those of you that really hear the message and hear my tone, understand, guys, that this is coming from a great place of love. This is coming from a great place of wanting to see you grow, wanting to see you win, wanting to see you succeed. And so I really do pray that you look at yourself and you say, okay, is what he's saying is right? Right? Can I get better? Should I get better? Should I want to grow? Because, guys, last time I checked, none of us got in this business to play average and ordinary, to play small. And unfortunate, there are going to be some people that say, hey, I'm not with it, and that's okay. I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Those of you that want to grow and want to like succeed, guys, let's go freaking tee it up and let's have a great freaking February. We can't do anything about what we didn't do in the past, but what we can do is change the future and the trajectory of where we're going with this team. Nick Saban's book has said this, man. Every single year, I'm showing up as a brand new coach to coach a new organization that needs to become a winning organization. And guys, those of you that didn't qualify for the debrief, unfortunate, because that's really our approach. Every single month, there's a reinvention, there's a recreation, there's a next level of this guy right here to help everybody else get to the next version of themselves. And so it's only going to get, standards are only going to go up, because if you look at it, how in the hell can we compete with a Rodolfo Vargas that's making $2 million a year with the low standards we have right now? I love the fact that, I'm going to give some love to the number one in our organization, Linko and Dieect Lloyd. Guys, I'm going to end on this. We got off of edifying the number one in the organization, and that's my fault. Shame on me. All right, I gotta critique myself as well as a leader. I'm not perfect, but I'm so super grateful, because every single day, Linko's in the office with me, man. Every single freaking day, grinding, processing, running. That's a freaking running mate. And Linko and Dieect know I will go through freaking walls to help them do whatever it is that they want to ultimately achieve. I love the fact that they're out there running BMPs. I love the fact that out there, hitting the streets and finding new ways, to get out there and educate people. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, well, what about me? And I did this and I ran appointments last night too. Yeah, you did. And at one point you were a number one. At one point, each and every one of you were a number one. But they've been the consistent number one in terms of how they show up, regardless of what's going on in their life. And guys, you don't know half the stuff that's going on, and I'm not here to share that with you either. But they got stuff too. They sacrifice too. But not once have they made an excuse as to why they couldn't be here or why they couldn't show up, because they want to go out there and win. And so, I just want to let you guys know, man, Linko and Dieect, honestly, man, from the bottom of my heart, Christine and I freaking love and adore you guys. And we thank you guys so much for constantly running with us. And I know that it hasn't been easy. And I know that in the moments like this where it's like, hey, it's time to level up, it's like, dang, trust me, I hear Dieect's voice, dang, coach, like, haven't we been leveling up, right? Haven't we been, right? But then it's always, but you know what? No, you're right. And with Linko, he's just very like, okay, God, he internalizes, he takes it, and he just moves at the speed of instruction. And so I'm forever grateful for you guys. I'm forever for Frank Leggett, who literally changed our life and became a marketing director, the first marketing director in B2G. And I see what they're doing, in terms of, hey, with guest count and things like that. And I love it. I love it. But who's going to be the flag carrier for Frank Leggett? Who's going to take it upon themselves to not just be talk, but take it upon themselves to say, hey, because you've given me an opportunity to be here, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to produce. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to grow. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to change people's lives. So I thank you, for bringing a Linko and Dieect Lloyd into the organization. And like I said, you guys have been number one in the in B2G organization, B2G hierarchy since you've been in the business. And future looks bright. I'm excited to go run and rock and roll with you guys, and more to come. And for those that want to continue to grow and roll with this as well, I'm excited. And again, a special shout out to Will White, Brandon Coleman, Tally, and also Natalie Scarborough, because you guys are champions. You guys won the championship last night. Regardless of what's going on, regardless of what you had, planned, regardless of what was, the situation or the circumstance, you showed up last night and you guys got things that no one else got. This isn't a shot at Linko and Dieect. They already had a BMP that was scheduled, that's been on the schedule. And so if they didn't have that, they would have been here. But outside of that, everybody else, man, you missed out. Hopefully you don't miss out tonight. And just understand that We're not going backwards. We're only going forwards. I love you guys. Let's have a great day. Show up tonight, 8:30. We rock and roll. Bye-bye.